Wait, this is my favorite part of this debate. You'll see in a second.
You when you say you're going to be different. And both of you voted against a law that said we want to make sure domestic abusers don't have guns. We have to be serious about making sure that if people are going to hurt people, they don't have access to firearms.
I have a rebuttal. You said if people are going to hurt people. I watched with interest as Kate Brown has let nearly 1,000 dangerous, violent offenders back out onto the streets. And in your advocacy for people not hurting people, did you say anything about that? Did you stand in opposition to releasing those dangerous felons onto our streets?
Wah, wah.
But adding more gun laws into one of the most restrictive gun law states in the nation will not prevent further tragedies.
Betsy Johnson.
I do not support the measure. It has three elements. I think it places an undue burden on small police departments. There was no funding mechanism articulated with the ballot measure as it was written. I have talked to police chiefs in rural places, and they say that the measure to be implemented will be extremely costly and will take police officers off the streets. It also has a kind of interesting catch-22 in it that you may have to take a gun to the range in order to qualify for the permit. But if you can't qualify for the permit because you don't have the gun, how it's a spiral wherein it is really an effective mechanism to try to limit Second Amendment rights. I'm a gun owner, a responsible gun owner. I support raising the age for weapons from 18 to 21. I certainly support more aggressive background checks, including including information from the schools that might inform when a child is coming off the rails and is in deep trouble in need of mental health services.
All right, so mixed feelings. I'm still backing Betsy, but let's see. More background checks. It's already pretty retarded. You go to like Big Five or whatever, and you see a rifle you like, and you want to buy it, and it's like, oh, yeah, you got to do the background thing. It could be anywhere from 20 minutes to 3 hours. And so I'm like, okay, can I go home then and come back? Because I want to sit here for 3 hours. And they're like, well, we'd like you to stay here. I'm like, how do I know? Hair in my mouth. But I mean, how do I know? Anyway, yeah, and the mental health thing. I'm so tired of these politicians talking about increasing mental health. Like, what does that mean? To me, what that means is a bunch of money going to drug companies. Perhaps some counselors or something, but I don't know. That just doesn't. The mental health thing isn't really. It's like the government doing stuff, doing what they did. Like 2020 is why we have mental health problems. Like, but anyway, like, and as for raising the age, that's bad. I mean, like, how, okay, like, if you can't have adult privileges or rights or whatever, then, okay, raise the age, like, whatever the age is, put it somewhere. Consent, adulthood, everything. If it's gonna be 21, then fine. You're a kid till you're 21. I say make it like 50. I'm still a kid, right? So but yeah, like that's when I stopped. Like I stopped getting into trouble once I turned 18 and got arrested. And I'm like, oh wait, I could go to jail. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that anymore. But yeah, I still agree with her in general. What's this measure they're talking about? I think it's gonna lose. I think it's this ridiculous thing where like, and then she talks about how like what I like about Betsy though is she understands the mechanics of it. Like if you listen to what she said, she went through all the like she does this all throughout the debate. She doesn't like speak in platitudes. She speaks in technicalities, which is probably a weakness. I don't know. It may not be, or at least Oregonians used to be like this, very just intelligent and low key. But yeah, I don't know about now. But I hope she wins in a sense because I just don't want the left or the right. Like we got like the Fox News MILF, we got Tina Kotex, and then we got her. And yeah, I think she's pretty intelligent. I don't agree with her on everything, but obviously that gun thing was pretty like part I agreed with, part I didn't. Because like, what more background checks do you need? Like, they ask if you're a felon, and that's about the only thing they can deny you on, right? Well, they got this other shit where like basically you could just fuck somebody over by like complaining to the police or something that they're crazy or they're gonna kill somebody and then like they're gonna take their guns away. But I've heard of that. I don't know if I haven't seen it in use, but I've heard there's like the red flag law bullshit. Um, I'm not a big fan of having a bunch of guns, but everybody should have one if they want one. And if you want a bunch of them, yeah, I mean, it's your right. But I'm just saying, like for me, I don't have the big gun safe room. But yeah, the measure sucks. She had a pretty good nuanced position on it. I don't agree with her on the background checks. And then child, she goes child, like children can't buy guns, right? Like, I mean, I don't think. I mean, you can have a gun. What can you? I mean, I had a gun when I was like 12, but it was given to me, so I don't know. But um, yeah, I'm gonna do another video about another topic on this debate. But so far so good with Betsy. She's like batting a 300 or 200 or whatever, like a pretty good base hitter, right? Kind of batting average so far.